Planner friends, it's Nia. Welcome to Life with Nia. It is time for a mid-month budget update. And before I jump into updating you for where we're at for December, wanted to share some of the items I'm going to be using for my 2024 budget. I have started to set that up, and the budget series will start, I believe, on Wednesday, December 20th. So I have already started to set up my January budget by paycheck by the Budget Mom, still using the box set. I was able to grab a bunch of them when she had that $5 sale. This one is slightly different from the one that I've always used. It's got this notes column here on the expense tracker, which I don't need it, but it doesn't bother me. And then something got removed from here, so it's less space, but it's fine because I always have more than enough space. And now there's this like running balance that I will not use. Other than that, I think everything else is the same, with the exception of there's a meal planner back here, which I also probably will not use. You still have your calendar up front, and I'm hit or miss on whether I use this because I do have a calendar over in my budget planner. So got that. That's January. Then I've got my 2024 budget. I've started to set this up, and I've got January getting set up here and ready to go. This page did not used to be here, and it's like the full page. So I've got to look at reprinting, or not reprinting, but how I print my savings challenge that I do, because that's usually what goes on this page. I could also put my zero out savings challenge on this page and put the savings challenge over here. But that's what goes here, something savings related. And so it's a bigger space, and I just want to cover up more of it. So we'll see if we are able to do that. And then everything else is going to be the same. I have found that I'm not using the weekly check-in that much, this section. So I went ahead and put it in here for January, but I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with it or not. And then I started to set up my the back of my planner. So we've got our annual budget, business budget, annual expenses, business expenses, emergency funds, sinking funds, a debt payoff tracker, net worth, and then I'm not quite done yet, but we've got savings and some of the things that I like trackers in here for. So I'm going to do the 100 envelope again. I've got vacation, 52 weekend Savopoly. Now, I had set this up before opening my baddies and budgets, I think day 12, maybe day 11, and seeing all those new fun savings challenges. So yeah, I don't know how I'm going to incorporate that. Also have a notebook. So this is one that came in the cloth and paper subscription box, and it's a lined, but then it's got like a little task column here. So I am always taking down notes, like if I pay something, or if I am just something, anything finance related. So I have Post-it notes all over the place. So I'm going to try to keep, make this my go-to notebook. I'm going to come back here if I need to write something down, and it'll go in here. And then I started to list out like my goals and my like little bucket list for 2024 and whatnot. So I'm already starting that process to use this notebook for everything, which will be helpful because I can't find any of the notes and things that I made for when I did the 2023 budget series. And I'm, not trying to reinvent the wheel here. So that is what I'm working on. So if you're interested in the budget and financial related content, head back here on Wednesday and we will do like an overview, and I will show you all the tools and things that I am using for 2024. Okay, so for the 2023 mid-month, December 2023 mid-month check-in, let's start with income. This month, the expected amount was $74.80. No, it's $79.46 is the expected amount, and we are at $74.80. So we're about $466 away from what's expected. And I can tell you, like, with the next Etsy payment, I will hit that. I don't think I'm getting a YouTube payment this month. I need to go back and look. I usually get them every 2 to 3 months just because I do not hit their revenue. You got to have $100 and my revenue is so low. It's like maybe $30 a month. So it usually takes like 3 months. It was up this month, so it's like I think at 50, but this month doesn't count towards what they would pay. So that's happening. The only sinking fund other than PD's is Christmas, and I have not used that yet, but that will be to buy Christmas dinner, so like prime rib and all the sides and things. I'm estimating 100 just because I know prime rib is expensive. Okay, expenses. So for our regular expenses, nothing really out of the ordinary going on over here, with the exception of we did not have to give Mohila any money. Can we get a praise hands? Yay. Because Mohila, they don't know what they're doing, but that's okay because I'm finna be done with them in January, and that's all I can focus on at this point. I don't have to make a payment until January. I asked them for my money back. They're supposed to be sending it. So that is one thing I did do. I'll have it on my update for the end of the month. I'm pulling $600 from my Mohila fund to put towards debt. But yeah, nothing much going on over here. Did add HBO Max. They had a Black Friday special, so it's $2.99 a month. I've been watching The Sopranos. I'm almost done with season 1. So, and I've watched The Sopranos before, but how long ago did Sopranos come out? It was like 20 plus years ago. That's when I watched it. And it's like watching it for the first time. It's like with a whole different outlook. Can I just say, James Gandolfini was just like a little national treasure. And it's so sad that he's no longer with us. Just really great acting. I can just look at it from a different place in my life and a different level, I think, of maturity and understanding. So, yeah, HBO Max, that's something new added. And then these are my two like 0%, 1.99% cards. So far I paid $300 on each of them. That's why it's written in pencil, because I've got goals to pay higher amounts. So that's what's going on there. Over on the business expense side, I do need to buy ink for the Canon printer. I need black ink. Most of these things are automatic payments. So they come out when they come out. What's come out is filled in. And then art is whatever art I purchased throughout the month. So I think I've spent maybe less than $10 this month on art. So I don't have it filled in here just yet. And then mailers I will probably buy at the end of the month. And I'm probably going to buy like 500 of them to just sort of offset for the year the revenue, just because I think I already owe close to $2,000 for this month, or for this quarter, the last quarter of the year's quarterly taxes. So just trying to mitigate a little bit of that. For cash envelopes, there's a video that shows my cash envelope stuffing. We stuffed $900. Those go into variable expense cash envelopes for the month, like groceries and eating out, but also into more longer term sinking funds like Prime and Canva and the P.O. Box, car maintenance fund, Sam's Club and Costco membership, those types of things as well. And then in addition to that, I transferred over $150 for utilities, $150 for car and home insurance, and $40 for Shopify. So those were electronic transfers that went over as well. Then for our sinking funds, so like I indicated before, I haven't really done anything with them aside from Petey, which is $66. I did go buy him food this weekend, and I had like some Target cash. I'm not even sure how it worked, but it's like when I logged into my Circle account, I had like $4. So I used that. And then his food was 20% off, so I used that. And so it ended up being, instead of like, it's usually around $20, it ended up being like $7. So I'm not taking that from his fund just because it's such a small amount. But the $66 was his medication. Then I took $140 for the Estate box. I did end up getting a second Estate box, so I need to pull the additional amount, which I think I have just enough to cover two. So $295, $280. Yeah, so I'm able to cover both of them. And listen, it really wasn't gonna matter because we was gonna have a second box. But anyway, and then we'll take money from Christmas, which is down to $187 because I did buy some decor and my cards and things. I was able to start getting my cards out this weekend, so excited about that. I ended up not doing the wax seals on the cards. It just seems like a slight headache, in the sense of I know I would need to either purchase the correct stamp, which I'm gonna have to stand in line for, so that they don't put it through the machine, or purchase postage, which I also have to stand in line for, and have them actually stamp it as non-machinable. And our post office, I've never seen like this before. There's no place to park. You cannot park on the street. And I would say there's probably about 20 to 25 spaces in the lot, and it is full. Every single time I go, it is full. And I'm usually waiting because I do go inside to take in your packages, but I'm not waiting in that line to buy some postage. I can't do it. It's like the line is out into the lobby. So I just went ahead and just did them regular and sent them on their way. But for our sinking funds, I will be pulling additional money for Christmas dinner. And I don't think anything else other than, so there's the $1,330 over here in the student loans. I'm going to pull like 600 of that, and no particular reason for that number, but it'll leave enough money to cover, and then some, the January payment, so I don't have to worry about cash flowing the January payment. I can just pull it from this sinking fund. So that is where we're at on sinking funds. Let's see, I will say one more thing on sinking funds. There is the tax sinking fund I pulled. I didn't really pull, I just didn't add for the last, I take 25 to 30% out of every Etsy payment. So instead of adding it from the last Etsy payment, I took $500, and that would have went here to taxes, and I instead put it to my solo 401k, which should reduce my tax burden as well, because that is a before tax retirement account. Okay, back on track here. So debt. So this month, the debt actually looked higher than it truly is, because I had not put the Black Friday fund to the money I spent in Afterpay, but I've since done that. So I had $2,500 on Afterpay. Now we're down to $1,147. And I'm hoping to reduce that significantly even further before the end of the month. So for the venture card, that was at $43.80. I've paid $300, so it's at $40.80. This card is, there's zero interest on this card, so that shouldn't change. The Chase Amazon card is at $37.74 at the beginning of the month. Now it's at $34.74, which I also put $300 on that one. That one is 1.99% interest, so the interest has not posted yet, so that number may fluctuate, but I'm also going to make additional payments on these two. So that's where they're at right now. PayPal is not due yet. I have made a payment, but I'll make an additional payment before the end of the month. So it's at $507.56. Interest hasn't posted on that either. Navy Federal, I haven't paid yet. I paid Klarna off. This loan is not due until the 19th. It automatically comes out, so nothing's changed on that yet. Car is under $5,000, so we're at $49.96 and 85 cents. And that is scheduled to be paid off in September of next year. We're going to see if we can do it faster, but that's where it's at for right now. So at the beginning of the month, we were at $19,686. The goal is to pay down $27.84 and get down to $16,000. And so right now we're at $17,139. So we have about $1,100 to go to reach our goal for our debt. So this is focused debt, doesn't include student loans. But I think if we look at, I don't think I updated this tracker. I think I updated the other one, but oh no, I did update this one. Okay, so if we look at where we started at the beginning of the year, because this is pretty close to where I'm going to end. We started at $31,287, and we are currently at, this was at the beginning of December, $19,684. So I just told you I'm at 17 now. So let's just do $31,287 minus 17,000. So we've paid off $14,287 in debt this year. I just cleared that out. $14,287. And I believe the goal was $10,000. Yeah, reduced debt by $10,000 was my goal. So I'm excited to have hit that goal already now here in December. And looking forward to, like, I could potentially clear it all out in December or in 2024 if I, continue to work really hard at it. So I'm excited about that. So that's where we're at with debt. Then last but not least is savings. Oh, I did want to share one update. So on my two cards, I have a little trackers I keep here for them. I am on track on both of those. So on the 0% card, I was just looking at what's left, 40/80. And I always try to aim for this I think it's 881. So that's having it paid off significantly early. And I've got 7 months left at the 0%. So at minimum, I've got to pay $582, which that's not been an issue. So I've been doing that. I do also have other cards that I could potentially transfer to at 0%, but I'm not trying to do that. And then for the 1.99 Amazon Chase card, we're at $34.74. This one has 12 months left to go. So at minimum, I need to pay $289.50. And I have been paying about $550. So somewhere around this 6-month mark. If I keep doing that, that's when it'll be done. And we still have plenty of time. So update on that. That has helped me save tremendously on the interest for the things that I had transferred over. So for savings, we've been doing the 100 envelope, the 0 out, and 52 weeks save and double, Saveopoly 23 and 2023. This month so far, we have saved $566.83. The goal is $750. It's a little bit lower than where it would be mid-month to goal, because when I pulled the numbers for the 100 envelope challenge this month, it was only $286, which is really, really low. Usually the 100 envelope is in the 400s, but that was all of the numbers that were left. So to sort of combat that and still hit the savings goal of $750. I have been a little bit more aggressive in the amount that I save each week when we do our savings challenges. I've also saved $100 this month to the Roth, which the goal for that is $500 for the month. And I saved, I don't know if you can really consider it saving, but I consider it saving $500 for the solo 401k, which that $500, like I said, came out of the amount I would have put towards taxes when I received an Etsy payment. So that is where we are at for December mid-month. And like I said, I'm working on setting up the budget series so that you can see what I'm doing and how I'm doing things for December or for 2024. The budget series will start next week. And then I am working to finish off my debt payoff strong this month. And so working to hit this $16,000 goal, to be under $16,000 by the end of the month. So that is what I am working on for the remainder of this month. One last thing that I'm working on. So I had shared, I'm trying to spend less in groceries and eating out this month. I do have plenty of things from Butcher Box, so I'm really just trying to be conscientious about eating food in my home. But I did say I was going to use my Uber credit and then the other credit that I have. And I did use both of those. I think the Uber credit was like maybe $15. And then the other credit was, it was $10. So my out-of-pocket was $2.92. So I did get tacos, but tacos were only $8. So I've kept the eating out to a minimum. Groceries has been $79.59. It's $80 so far. So the two added together are like $117. And I was trying to keep it around $100. So I think with 2 more weeks left, there's not too many things I need. I need some seasoning. And I'm always going to buy Pepsi like once a week. I'm good on coffee creamer and stuff. So I'm thinking, so that what I'm going to do, there's $400, $300 in groceries, $100 in eating out. The difference between what I spend and what's left, I'm going to put towards debt. So I'm thinking I might be able to keep it at about $150. It's like I said, $117 now. If I can keep it at $150, then that other $250 I will put towards debt at the end of the month. And then other than that, I've gotten $50 spent $50 for gas at the beginning of the month. And I may actually have to get gas again this month, which is odd because I really haven't been anywhere. And gas is still really expensive here. And then bulk shopping, I spent $83. So the bulk of what I like grocery, like actual grocery shopping that I will do will be out of my Christmas fund, because all I'm doing is buying prime rib and then sides to go with prime rib and like what I need to cook it. So I need like butter, I need rosemary, I need garlic. Those are things that I use when I cook those things. I'm gonna make twice baked potatoes, so the things, I have cheese, but I need like sour cream to make that. And then I probably don't need anything else. I've got some veggies that are frozen. So what will actually cost me will be the prime rib. So I'm thinking I'm going to be able to hit this. So we'll see. That's like I should put that down on my goal sheet right here. But that is where we're at for December mid-month. Let me know how your budget's going this month and this week. And don't forget to like and subscribe and join me back here next week for the budget series to get started. I'll see you back here next time. Bye.